This video is sponsored by Huel. What's going on, people? TroopzTV back again. Back up blood clot again, you understand? Match preview time, you get me? I was going to say match reaction time, you understand? But the previews are back again. And here is your match preview for the next Arsenal game, which is Burnley versus Arsenal. You understand? We've been at home for a while, but now we go on the road, blood. You understand? Word to Sheik Luch, I'm on the road again. You understand? Right on the road again after taxes. You understand? Big mixtape. If you know, you know. D-Block, Poops. You know what I mean? Legendary shit back in 2005. But let me focus, blood. You understand? Focus. Burnley versus Arsenal. That happens tomorrow, 3 p.m. at Turf Moor. Now, this game, you get me. We have a very good record against Burnley. You understand? When we went there last season, we gave them a 5-0, bro. You understand? Well, not even last season, bro. The last time we played them, so I think it was 2 seasons ago. We beat them 5-0. Saka getting a couple. Odegaard, Havertz also getting on the score sheet. And I don't think it will be that type of game this time around. You understand? Burnley were in the dumps then. I think they might have even already have been relegated at that point. You understand? So it'll be a different Burnley. They are very good at home, blood. You understand? They're a better team at home than they are away. They're coming into this game of 2 big wins, bro. You understand? They beat Leeds in their last home game, and in their recent game, they went to Wolves and won 3-2. Massive wins for Burnley. So we're gonna have to take this opponent serious, blood. You understand? Obviously, we're going into this game with a few injuries. Arteta confirmed today that Gabriel Martinelli will not play in this game. He missed out on midweek football, our Carabao Cup win against Brighton. Obviously, we're through now to the quarterfinal. We'll face Crystal Palace. Martinelli missed that one, and it's going to look like he's going to miss tomorrow's game as well. William Saliba, who also missed midweek action, he remains a doubt. You understand? Arteta never confirmed whether the player will be available or not. My people, I got another one for you lot, blood. Now, my people at Huel, they've been helping me in this recent time, blood. You understand? I've been on the go, a lot of training with Trey. So I ain't been able to eat dinner and eat properly at correct times. You get me? This is where Huel have entered my life. Now, I've been using it for about 2 to 3 months, and it really is coming in handy, bro. You understand? Especially after training sessions with Trey. I'm coming home late night. I don't want to really eat a lot of food at that time. Huel is what you need, blood. You got several flavors in the Huel, blood. You get me? You've got the chocolate, which is one of my favorites. You understand? Very easy, very nice. Make sure you put ice in there as well, blood. Make sure they're chilled. You understand? They taste a lot better when they're cold. You got the strawberry banana as well, blood. You understand? If you want your fruits and them ting there, you get me? I'm a bit more chocolatey, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the cookies and cream if you want to spice up your life, blood. And don't forget the Black Power Chocolate Edition as well, blood. You get me? This thing here, if you want powers, real blood clot powers, this is the one for you, people. Now, what I will say is to my people them out there is that if you're on the go and you don't really have a lot of time to come in late night, make dinner, you've had a long day, you want to just get home, have a shower, go to bed, Huel are game changers, bro. You understand? You get your nutrition in there, you get everything you need in there, all that good stuff, keeps you going for the day. Make sure you grab yourself one of these, blood. So try Huel with £10 off today. Use my code TROOPS, get £10 off. Minimum order must be £60. Get involved. For me, now you get me, blood. In that time there, Christian Mosquera, bro, you understand? You have a capable replacement. If the players are not fully fit and it's going to be a risk, you get me? It's a long season ahead. We're only 9 games in, bro. You understand? Still 29 games to play in the Premier League. There's a lot of football to play. Cup football. We're doing well in the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup ain't even started yet. Champions League later on as well. You want your best players fit and available for the run-in, bro. You understand? For key fixtures, you want them available. Burnley away, if Saliba's injured, then in my opinion, you know what I mean? You don't have to risk it, bro. If he's 60% fit, you could play Christian Mosquera. You understand? Obviously, against Brighton, he had a bit of a shaky start. But I think that was down to him being next to Incapie. You get me? I have to literally go Incapie to get the pronunciation correct. And obviously, their man, they don't have a partnership. They ain't played a lot. You get me? They're both young as well. There's no real experience there. When he's alongside Gabriel, he looks fine, bro. You understand? Gabriel can coach him through the game. And you get me, he's very good in the one-on-one situations. We're already seeing how capable Mosquera is. So for me, on the Saliba situation, if he's not fit, don't risk him, Arteta, bro. You understand? Don Berta went out and built you this squad so that in times like now, where you understand one of the main hitters are at risk, you can give that player a rest, bro. You understand? And you have a capable replacement in Christian Mosquera. You understand? So you get me. Arteta, big decision to make in the defensive area. And in the forward line as well, blood. You get me. Obviously, Gabriel Martinelli is going to be missing. Leandro Trossard, he's done really well on the left-hand side, especially in the Premier League, bro. You get me. Martinelli, if we're being honest, you understand, he's made impact off the bench in the Prem. Obviously, that Man City goal, vital goal. But where he's mashed most of his work this season has been in the Champions League, blood. You get me. Martinelli will be a big loss, though, because his pace on the break, you understand, it's frightening, and we are going to lose that aspect on the break because obviously Gyökeres ain't rapid, Saka's not rapid like that, and obviously Trossard's more technical. You understand? You would assume that Trossard would go in on the left hand side. Obviously, he didn't start midweek, came off the bench, and he was unlucky not to get a goal. Blood, you understand? Hit the beans and toast. Lovely effort on his left foot. But like I said, Arteta's got some serious decisions to make. Will he risk William Saliba? And who's he going to put on the left-hand side, bro? You understand? Because he even could put Eze on the left-hand side. He could put Marino into the midfield. For me, he shouldn't really mess with the midfield. Zubi, Rice, and Eze, how it is right now, that's how it has to stay, in my opinion. You get me? That midfield is starting to build a chemistry, and we need that to continue, bro. You understand? Marino, you get me? He played a part in the goal, the Ethan Wanyeri goal, that lovely little flick there. But Marino in midfield, it don't work, blood. You understand? Victor Gyökeres, you understand? I think he gets on the score sheet this weekend, bro. You get me? I think he gets on the score sheet. I think it's going to be a close game. You understand? I've been predicting 1-0 everywhere. I think I predicted 1-0 on the Troops and Saeed show over on Saeed's channel, because obviously it's Friday. And I think, obviously, on Back Again that we just done, I think that I predicted 1-0 as well. But now I'm thinking more about it. I actually think that we could win by a couple of goals, blood. Starting lineup. Let's look into that starting lineup now. David Raya, obviously, he'll come back into the side. He had his rest midweek. Kepa did a good job, bro. You understand? People were out here mocking us for signing Kepa. I said 5 million. That's fine, bro. You get me? He's only going to play in the Carabao Cup. And if we're being totally honest, the reason why that we are playing against Crystal Palace in the quarterfinal is down to Kepa, bro. You get me? He didn't do enough to dislodge David Raya, because apart from Raya going walkabout against Atletico Madrid, he's actually had a pretty good season, bro. You get me? He hasn't really made any errors. I still do think, though, on the Szoboszlai free kick, I think he could have done better on that. I think if he's positioned himself more centrally, then I think he could have maybe stopped that effort, but it was a ferocious free kick. I'm not downplaying it. But obviously, like I said, David Raya starts in goal. Jurrien Timber, he comes back into the defense, bro. Obviously, Ben White played midweek. He didn't look fit. You get me, bro? We're going to have to find a way to get Benny Blanco minutes, but it's going to be difficult. You understand? Because Jurrien Timber, he has to start, bro. You get me? You see him come off the bench and make that fabulous impact. Lovely run down the right-hand side, helping Bukayo Saka get that goal. Centre-back pairing, I would go with Mosquera and Gabriel. You get me? We got Sunderland next weekend as well. You understand? We're going on the roads, blood. I think Sunderland would be a much more difficult game, respectfully, than Burnley. I think this is the game where you have to go Mosquera and Gabriel. And then Calafiori, you understand, he's been absolutely immense this season. He comes back into the side. Lewis Skelly, that's my dog. He had a bit of a shaky first half against Brighton midweek, but second half, he done a lot better. The midfield, like I said a bit earlier, the midfield has to stay as the midfield is. Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze. And then the front line, in my opinion, you have to go with Bukayo Saka, Victor Gyökeres, and Leandro Trossard. Prediction from me, I'm going 2-0 to the Arsenal, another clean sheet, you understand? Hopefully 7 clean sheets in a row. Hopefully our 9th win in a row. And you get me, bro? Hopefully we will be 12 games unbeaten now. You understand? Absolutely unreal stats from the Arsenal. But let's stay humble. Let's keep our feet on the ground. But let's enjoy it, bro, because it is a fantastic time to be an Arsenal fan. You get me? You lot already know the vibes. Let me know your first team 11s in the comments below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Troops. I want it on the minnows. I'm out.